All right. Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's training session. This is to officially welcome each and every one of you to this very session of our course, Solar Power System Installations. This is to welcome each and every one of you to this very session of our course, Basic Solar Power System Installations. Yes, you all are welcome to our online training platform, VATFuel Tech. In this our online training platform or at VATFuel Tech, we try our very best to educate as many persons as possible in this field of solar power system installations. And um, as God will have it, we have a whole lot of trained personnel in the field. So wherever you are, all over Africa, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are in Zambia, whether you are in Zimbabwe, whether you are in South Africa, whether you are in Kenya or our neighboring brothers here, Ghana or Sierra Leone, you all are welcome. We have our all our network spread across Africa, and whatsoever you need, you ask us, we will provide it for you if it is available. So you all are welcome. This is what we call the live class, because we host this training of course live like this, where we get to interact with each and every one of you. So, and we know the challenges that we usually have while we are in this live class, and that is why we are also encouraging everyone, do not be discouraged due to the network connectivity challenges that you might have. We know, and we know how bad it is, how frustrating it will be. However, we have put some measures in place, and that is why this class is being recorded right now and is going to be shared with each and every one of you. However, when we say each and every one of you, it's also translate that only those who fulfills all righteousness will get the complete video. Yes, you all are welcome. This is a course on solar power system installation, so let us talk about solar. From the very beginning, or in the past class we had, we introduced solar energy, solar power, and we said it is that energy from the sun. It is gotten from the sun when one of the solar components absorbs the rays of the sun, convert it to electricity for you to be able to use in your facility. That is very correct. There are two types of solar power system. You have the uh, on-grid and the off-grid. When you talk about the on-grid type of solar power system, you are typically or technically trying to inform your listeners that you are going to be setting up a kind of solar system that will give you or your client energy 24 hours in a day, due to the fact that you will be connected to solar and any other available source of power supply at that point in time. That is what it simply means. That's what it simply mean. And as such, you are running an on-grid solar power system. Then we move ahead to also talk about the off-grid solar type of system, whereby you are only going to be on only one type of or one source of power supply at a time, which is your solar. So in all of these system setups, we make use of different types of inverter systems for it. There are various types of solar components to be used. We have the inverter, the solar panel, the uh, the battery, and the charge controllers. Those are the four basic types of solar components that is available for you to use for that kind of a system setup, for any size of solar power system setup. However, there are other components which are used for safety and protection. Your fuse, your breakers, your surge, the ones we call the SPDs, your changeovers, either the manual changeover or the automatic changeovers, your earthing and your grounding. Those are in the classes of your safety tools and gadgets. We will introduce all of these things to you. We have taken our time to talk about the various types of connections you will also make. We talk about maintenance culture, troubleshooting, and the rest of them. And we also talked about the do's and don'ts. We also gave you safety precautions in the field, things to do before you carry out solar energy audit. And we concluded by giving you step by step on how you can be able to install your solar power system. That was where the class ended in the previous session. We took series of questions, um, and a lot of answers were also provided on that platform. Okay, and but we observed that so many persons still had questions to ask, and so they were referred to attend this live class. So at this point in time, before we move ahead, as we have given you the summary of what we have done previously, before we move ahead, we would want to take some questions, okay? A few questions before we proceed into what we have for today. So, this is how it is going to be. This is how it's going to play out. If you have question or questions, what you need to do is please you simply follow the rules. Firstly, you speak from a very quiet background. That is the first rule, so as not to disrupt the activities of the class. Secondly, if you're in a noisy place, there is no issues. You can still ask your questions, but you will be using the chat box. Okay, use the chat box here, sending your questions as text, and then we will read it aloud and answer them accordingly. Then, if you have opportunity of speaking to us and you are given opportunity to speak, please you will tell us your name and your location. Okay, tell us your name and your location. We want to know who we are dealing with. We want to know where you are connecting us from, and then you can ask your question. So we just have 2 minutes to take questions from previous sessions, what we have learned previously, okay, so that we can quickly move into what we have for today. All right, go ahead. If you have any questions, you can ask now, please. Talk to us if you have any question. Yes, is anyone asking question or should we proceed? Okay, can you all hear me? Can you all at least hear me? Okay, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you are there. You can at least hear me, even if you don't have questions to ask. Let us know you can hear me. All right, Mr. Bube can hear me. Who else? Is it
Yes,
just
I can hear you.
all right? Mr. Junior can as well hear me. Mr. Robin can as well hear me. All right, okay. Thank you so much. So we can proceed into what we have for today. Mr. Felix can as well hear me too. Thank you so much, sir. All right, okay. So we have taken you all on a tour where you got to know what a solar system is down to how you can be able to make a basic solar installation. Now, why are we here? We are here to answer further questions that we are not taking on that platform. And the basic question we are to answer here is how can you be able to know the various sizes of solar components suitable to be used for your solar system project? Yes, some persons were asking, how do they know the size of inverter? How do they know the size of charge controller? How do they know the size of what do you call it now, battery or the rest of the solar components to be used? And we said there is something they need to look into first, which is what we call energy audit. Energy audit is a system design, or whenever you hear energy audit, you are now practically talking about system design, complete system designs, okay? Complete system designs. That is what energy audit tells you about. So energy audit presents you with two things, with two valid information. It helps you to know the energy need of a facility in terms of getting to know the various loads and appliances you intend to power up using the solar system. That is one. Two, you also need to use the information of that energy need, which is as a result of what you are powering up, to use it to size your various solar components. What that simply mean is that if you are to power up your television, fan, air conditioner, radio, and whatever, and you have done a good load sizing on them, and they gave you about 1000 watts, it simply means 1000 watts is the energy requirement for that facility, right? Then, if 1000 watts is the energy requirement for that facility, you will be using 1000 watts to size your various solar components. That is what we mean by energy audit. So 1000 watts will be used to size your inverter system, 1000 watts will be used to size your battery system, 1000 watts will be used to size your solar panel, 1000 watts will also be used to size your solar charge controller. And while you are going through the process of all of this system sizing, they are all called design, system designs. In the process of system design, you are going to be putting into consideration standard parameters, standard conditions, and the rest of them. I hope you are ready for this. I hope you are ready for this. All right. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. I hope you can see my screen. Please, I need to know you can see my screen. I need you to respond, please. Okay, Mr. Bube. Okay.
Mhm.
I need
Yes, we
somebody.
can see.
Okay, so Mr. Crispin, Mr. Yobe, what can you see on my screen, please?
Okay, I see a title energy audit
Good, good. Thank
and
you,
the
sir.
definition for energy audit.
All right, thank you so much. That is very correct. Energy audit, yes. So we are talking about energy audit, and I said whenever you or wherever you hear energy audit, it is all about system designs, it's all about calculation. So energy audit, like you can see on my screen, is the determination of the energy requirement for a building, is a careful examination of the electrical loads. Yes. So when we say energy requirement for a building, like I said, it is now at that point in time that you'll be considering what are the loads that would be powered up using this solar system. Those are the loads available in the facility. And when you know the exact details of the loads available in the facility, you do what we call load audit on them. You carry out load audit, proper load audit on them. At the end of the day, what you have done is to know the energy requirement for that building. It is a very critical part of this system installation. Most persons will say, how do you get to know the installation part of it? What about the practical? We always say yes, practical is very important, but the argument here is that without you going through the process of system designs, without you designing your systems properly, without you designing your systems to work the way it's expected to work, that your installation, no matter how beautiful it looks, would fail. And that is why we have a slogan whenever we are talking about solar system installations. We always say an efficient system is a well designed system. An efficient solar system is a well designed solar system. So there is no way your system will be efficient by only installation. No, it is designs first before installation. So if you want your system to be very, very efficient, you must go through this process of energy audit. You must go through the process of energy audit. Yes, energy audit helps you prevent oversizing of your system, safeguarding your electrical appliances from damaging from inappropriate power surge, and generally saves you cost. So here right now, energy audit is doing three things for you. It saves you cost, it helps you prevent oversizing, and then helps you create safety or gives your system safety. Yes. So we are going to be discussing safety on the long run as we proceed in this training. However, let us talk about how does this course or how does this topic prevent help you to prevent oversizing of your system. Let's take for instance Mr. Yobe, who is one of us in this class today. We don't know where he's from, but on the long run, he will tell us where he's from, where he's connecting us from. So let's say Mr. Yobe has invited us to run a solar system for him in his facility. And on getting there, or even we didn't even bother to go there. We spoke over the phone, and then we all just asked him, "You need a solar system?" He said yes. So we said, "Okay, no problem." We didn't ask him anything. We just uh got recommendations. Told him, "Okay, you need 5 kVA system. You need a 10 kilowatt hour lithium battery. You need 500 watt solar panels in unit of about 15 units. You need charge controller of 80 amps." We did a very good job because we have the best hands on field. Have we done the job we're employed to do? Yes. But have we done it the best way we were supposed to do it? No. You are supposed to firstly know what Mr. Yobe intends to power up. We didn't do that. That is why that system might fail on the long run. Now, as we did not take into consideration the things that Mr. Yobe wants to power up, because of that, we had oversized that system. Now, let us now talk about the oversizing part of it now. Let's say again, Mr. Yobe has a close relative who has a good idea of this solar system. That close relative visit Mr. Yobe and said, my friend, you have this system right now. What size of system is this? He said it's 5 kVA. What are you powering up with this 5 kVA? Mr. Yobe will say, oh, it's just his laptop and his two lighting point with fan, just his work tool. And his friend will be like, and you're using a 5 kVA system with a 10 kilowatt hour lithium battery and 15 units of solar panel. Wow, that is you're a very rich man. So you can see that his friend will be the one to open the eyes of Mr. Yobe to say, no, this system was not sized properly. So the system was oversized, which is a problem on the side of the installers. That makes us unprofessional. So by having a very good idea of what we are doing here today, you are going to be a better person in the field. So if you have been doing estimations, assumptions, just by recommending materials and components, please, after this class, you should be a better professional in the field. Then, how does this course save you cost? By going through the process of energy audit, you know what you're powering up, you know the exact size of system you will use to power them up. You would not incur so much cost because you will be buying exactly, or you'll be spending your money on exactly the same thing you are supposed to spend your money on. That is the truth. So it also translates to, if you are to use a 3.5 kVA system, you will just go straight to buy a 3.5 kVA system and not a 5 kVA system. So how does the saving you cost come in? A 5 kVA system is not at the same cost with 3.5 kVA system. That is what we are talking about here right now. In summary, solar energy audit links the energy needs of a facility to the sizing of the various solar components required for the system setup. So solar energy audit is the bridge between the energy requirement of the system, is the bridge between the energy requirement of the facility to the sizing of the various solar components. That is what you ought to know. Things to know, things to consider during solar energy audit. One, list of electrical appliances to be powered by the solar system, power rating of the electrical appliances in watts, daily running hours of the appliances, total energy consumption of the building. Yes, so these four parameters are very important parameters. They are key parameters. As we proceed, as we forge ahead in tonight's class, we are going to be making use of most of these parameters that you have seen right now, and that is why we have listed it out already. We're not going to be making use of it right now, okay, but as we progress in the class today, we will definitely make use of it. But for now, you need to put them down somewhere so that when we are talking about them, you would actually recall that, oh, we had told you about these things earlier. Importance of solar energy audit. It provides the data needed for the appropriate system design. It helps you to identify opportunities to reduce energy use. That is actually telling you that one thing you need to know about solar power system is that it is all about energy management. So if you or your client is the one who needs this system, the person must have a very good idea of energy management. You might not have need to power up all your loads at the same time. And when you're not powering up all your loads at the same time, you would have a reduced energy use, which is putting you on advantage which is putting you on an advantage. So it helps you to reduce the capital cost. Okay, it helps you to reduce the capital cost. So that simply means you are going to run or you're going to be running only the most important loads or appliances. Yes, you'll be running the most important loads or appliances, which implies that the cost of running the whole loads or appliances will not come to be. It will be reduced greatly. You will also get to know load shedding. Yes, load shedding also happens in a solar system. You also get to learn load shedding as a part of energy management. What you're not using, you turn it off. You can also power up other loads at that point in time. It will help you ascertain the backup time of the solar storage. Yes, you will also get to know when we say backup time, it simply means how long your solar system will be able to run in the absence of solar, which is the absence of your solar panels generating energy for you. That is what it simply means by backup storage. Now, safety. Safety in solar system is the act of keeping the entire solar system safe and your home appliances. So you keep your entire solar system and your home appliances safe. That is what we call safety in solar system. Now, remember we said uh, energy audit helps you to take care of oversizing prevention, cost reduction, and the third one is safety. This is safety we're talking about here right now. In the aspect of safety, it simply means that there are special tools and components and gadgets we will be making use of in um, in safeguarding the solar system. And these tools and components come in different sizes. They come in various types. So you have to make choices between DC component and AC component. That is to also inform you that your solar system has two parts. Your solar system has two parts. It has the AC part. It also has the DC part. It has the AC part. It also has the DC part, which helps you take care of all of these things for you. So, this course is an eye opener to how best do you know this your solar system safety tools and gadgets. How well do you know them? So, a safe solar system is free from both human and natural disasters. It is free from both human and natural disasters or hazards such as fire outbreak, overloading, overvoltage, undervoltage, lightning effect, and shock. Yes, some persons would have come to ask us saying or asking, is earthing important in your solar system? Yes, earthing is very important in your solar system. Is grounding important in your solar system? Yes, it is also important in your solar system. But the big question is, how are all of these things implemented? For this basic course, it is worthy to note that for safety and sizing of your solar cables are not included in this basic course. Okay. However, you are not to worry at all because we will tell you the exact size of safety tools and components you are expected to use for any project you want. Okay, as long as it is within this basic course frame. Um, we removed safety and the other one cable sizing and included it in the one we call the advanced course, which is what we call the mini grid course. The advanced course, which we call the mini grid course, that is where we had relocated it to. So relocating it there means that when you are done with the basic, you can actually enroll for the advanced, or while you are going through this basic course, you can now enroll for the advanced and be taking them side by side to have the complete knowledge of all of these things. Okay, I can see some hands up. I don't know if it's a mistake, but like I said earlier, put your questions. If it's a question, put your questions in your writing materials or put them in the chat box. We will take them as soon as possible. We'll take all questions in this class. All right, so this next slide shows you or tells you the various solar safety tools and components we've been talking about. On my screen, you can see the voltage monitor, the MCBs, that's the circuit breakers, the automatic changeover there. You have the fuse, you have the surge. Okay, those are the things. On this screen too, you can see two different types of breakers. You have the MCB, you have the MCCB. Remember I said there are two types of safety tools. You have the AC type and you have the DC part. And that simply also tells you that on no account should you use your DC breaker for your AC side of your solar system. Do you know your AC side of your solar system? That is the big question here. So finally, this is your safety box where you do all your wiring, the ones we call the PV box. So this is what it is. This is what it looks like. Do you know how you can wire this? That is the reason why you are here. We will hold you by hand, walk you through all of these things for you to come out the best. All right. We know we have spoken a lot, and like we promised, there will be questions taken mid session. Okay, there will be questions taken mid session. So, this session now we will take questions. Please remember the rules. Speak from a quiet background. Tell us your name and your location, and then you can ask your question. Please, if you are in a noisy place, use the chat box. Please use the chat box. All right. Who is going first? Ask your questions, please. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh, I'm Chris Yayobe from Malawi. Mine is just concerning. Can Mr. Farai switch off his camera because he's taking our attention with the camera when he's moving?
Okay. Okay, let's inform me. Mr. Farai, I hope you can hear us clearly. Can you please turn off your camera so as not to create distraction, please? Turn off your camera, sir. Please. Thank you, sir. If you can hear us. Okay, so are there any other question or questions? Are there any other question or questions? Let's hear them right now. Or should we go ahead with the class? All right. Please, we need you to respond. Are you guys there? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. If you can hear me clearly, give me a thumbs up. If there are no questions, let us know you can hear me clearly. All right, Mr. Rubin, Mr. Yobe. Who else? Who else can hear me? Okay, Mr. Felix can hear me as well. Yes, a thumbs up or use your favorite emoji. Give us your favorite emoji so we can know you all can hear me and are active at the other end. All right, so that is great. That is great. That is great. So let us proceed right now. So this is my favorite part when we get to this energy audit class. This is my favorite part because um, in it, why it's my favorite part is due to the fact that this is where we have to take action and not just talk, talk, talk. Okay, in as much as we're going to be talking, talking, talking to, but then at the end of the day, we will take action. We will apply the knowledge we have acquired in the theoretical aspect by putting it down to paper to do some system designs. All right, and we'll come up with some valid result as well. So I love this part a lot. Electrical load analysis. Electrical load analysis. I hope you all can still see my screen clearly. Please, you need to respond. Can you all still see my screen clearly? All right. Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Please, if you can't see the screen, you can't see the screen clearly, you should know it is a network connectivity issue. You need to log out and log in again, okay, so that you can see the screen. And if you're having serious network connectivity issues, you don't need to worry because this class is recorded and it will be uploaded for you to have a view of it. In fact, it's going to be uploaded on our YouTube page. Okay, if you have not followed our YouTube channel, you need to do that now so that when we upload it, you will be the first to be notified that we have uploaded this particular video for today's class, and then you can go there, grab it, watch it, and then you can also ask your questions on that YouTube channel, or then you can bring it down to WhatsApp for us to attend to. Okay, back to our studies. Electrical load analysis. What is electrical load analysis? What is its importance in this course? Electrical load analysis is a series of calculation or processes of evaluating the energy needs of a facility. It's a series of calculation or processes of evaluating the energy needs of a facility. Now, we talked about energy audit, and we said energy audit helps you to take care of the energy need of a facility. In taking care of energy need of a facility simply means that you will be having idea of what you intend to power up in terms of the loads or appliances, right? And then um, performing a little magic on it for you to be able to know the real energy that those appliances are consuming. That was the information we gave to you from the very beginning. However, we didn't tell you that there is a particular procedure or process to be followed. Now, that procedure or process to be followed is what we are trying to introduce to you now, which is called electrical load analysis. Electrical load analysis. So electrical load analysis is a calculation or series of calculations which helps you to actually know your energy need of a facility. So in summary, electrical load analysis shows you the exact energy consumption, that's in wattage, of a specific facility. It shows the exact energy consumption, that is wattage, of a specific facility. That is what electrical load analysis does for you. Questions to be asked before carrying out electrical load analysis. Questions to be asked before carrying out electrical load analysis. Before we talk about these questions, let us refer you back to what we talked about earlier. When we took that example of being the installers that Mr. Yobe invited to install for him, while we were explaining how preventing oversizing could be done using energy audit. At that point in time, Mr. Yobe invited us to run a solar system for him in his facility, and we didn't bother to uh, take any note of anything at all at that point in time. We didn't ask him anything. We just went ahead to recommend systems and installed it, and it worked perfectly. But then it was oversized. Now, the right thing for us to do, the actual thing we were supposed to do when Mr. Yobe invited us for that system installation was that we were supposed to ask Mr. Yobe three critical questions. Critical questions. Two of those questions are known as principal questions, and the third one to be the supporting questions. Okay, two principal questions and the third one as the supporting questions. So we were supposed to ask Mr. Yobe the energy need of the facility, which is the first question. We would also ask him the backup time for the solar system, and then the third question will be to know his budget. So if we are to go by this rule we have set up here, which is the questions to be asked, by being invited and getting to Mr. Yobe's facility, which is his house, we would ask him, "Sir, what is the energy need of your facility?" And if Mr. Yobe is a new person to this field, he will tell us innocently he doesn't know what we're talking about, he doesn't know what energy need is. And then at that point in time, we can now ask him to give us the list of the various appliances or loads he intends to power up using the solar system. At that point in time, he can now say, okay, he wants to power up his freezer, his air conditioner, his fan, and whatever. We'll take note of it and then do a little thing on a piece of paper. Then we will come back again and ask him the second question: what is his backup time? What's the backup time of the solar system? Now, this backup time of the solar system simply tells you how long the energy stored in the battery system can run for you. Let us take our time to explain that and how it works and how it is related to what we are studying. If you all observed when we introduced the battery system, we said one of the basic reasons why the battery system was introduced into the solar system setup was for the act of backup. That simply means that we have recognized the fact and accepted the fact that the source of our solar energy does not stay up all day. So when it is up and running, we can use it to power up our facility, right? Yes. But when it is no longer available, what do? We'll be in the dark. However, engineers came together to say, no, what can we do when this energy is no longer available? That was how the battery system came to be. So that battery system or battery bank is like a container which helps you to store the energy which is being which is being harvested by your solar panels. So when the solar panels harvest this energy at its peak, it is then used to power up the facility, and then a little of it is also being stored up in the battery system. So when there is no more sun, when your solar panels are not producing charges, the question then becomes, how long will the energy stored in your battery system run for you? How long can it be able to power up your facility? That is what we mean by backup time in terms of solar system, or as it relates to solar power system installation. So it is in hours: 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, depending on what the client wants, depending on how that system is to be installed. Okay, so the client can say he wants system to run for 12 hours. We will just smile and then do our thing. Smiling simply means that he is going to be spending a whole lot of money, and that brings us to the third question, which is asking to know the budget. This particular one, a whole lot of installers or engineers run away from it, but we always advise our people to ask. Please ask. Once you have observed your client by eye, you need to ask, sir, what is the available budget for this project? Once you get the answers to that, if your client is honest enough to tell you, give you the answers to that, you will then know if you would be going ahead with that system installation or not. You will then know if you are to if you are to advise your client to opt for another choice of or size of solar system. You will then know if you are to design another specific size of solar system for your client. So yes, it is very, very important to ask about the budget available for the solar system installation. Importance of electrical load analysis. It ensures proper sizing of your system. It prevents overloading. It prevents fire hazards. It improves safety and efficiency of your systems. These and many more things are just a few things that your electrical load analysis does for you. By the way, all of these things we are saying are already in the training manual we told you about, the PDF manual we told you is available for this course. They are already in it. So if you have a copy of it, do yourself the good by looking into it. You have valid information from there. Even the course we had on WhatsApp, it is also available in the manual. So do yourself the good once again to have a copy of that PDF manual. All right. Electrical load analysis table. This is a typical example of electrical load analysis table. You know, when you ask your client that first question, is energy need, is providing you with some information. You have to put that information in a very structured manner so as to present it as a professional. Okay, so that is what this table is to help us do. Okay, and at the end of the day, this table will also present us with the total energy consumption of these various appliances, and then which becomes the energy need of the facility. For now, this table is has incomplete information. As you can see the question marks on top, it has incomplete information, and that is our duty. We will firstly provide that information where we need, because there are things you need for you to carry out electrical load analysis on any facility. So we'll firstly provide that information and then work on this table to have the or to know the energy need of this facility. I hope you guys are there. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys are ready. Give me your favorite thumbs up if you can hear me and you're active. All right, thank you, Mr. Brian, Mr. Denford, Mr. Ibube, Mr. Farad, Mr. Crispin. Who else? We're about 15 persons or 16 here. Mr. Charles, Mr. Rubin. Uh, okay, is that all? I need as many persons to be awake. Are others on traffic? Have you gone for your weekend activities, weekend enjoyment before the week starts again? Okay, Mr. Eze Peter. All right, we see you all. Thank you so much. All right, let us proceed. Let us proceed. Thank you. Thank you. So, parameters for electrical load analysis. Parameters for electrical load analysis. These are the information or the data that is missing from that table. Okay. 1. Quantity of appliance. 2. Power consumed by the appliance. 3. 3 is 3 is the running time of the appliance, the running time of an appliance. So let's take them one after the other to have a good idea of all of them. The quantity of appliance simply tells you how many of the same appliance does the client intend to power up using the solar system. How many of the same appliance does the client intend to power up using the solar system? That is what the quantity of appliance simply tells you. That's what the quantity of appliance simply tells you. And and that simply translates to if our client for tonight, who happens to be Mr. Crispin Yobe, if he lives in a three-bedroom apartment and he has a TV in each of those rooms and he wants to power just two TVs, one for himself to be able to watch the news and the other for his children to be able to watch their cartoons once they are back from school. So we would say that the quantity of appliance for television would be 2 on our table of load analysis. On our table of load analysis, the quantity of our television would be 2 out of the 3 televisions available. I hope it is clear. Okay, so moving ahead, power consumed by an appliance or by the appliance. So the power consumed by the appliance typically tells you the rated wattages of each and every appliance. The rated wattages of each and every appliance. That is the power consumption of the appliance. How do you know the power consumed by each and every appliance? This is gotten from the nameplate of each and every appliance. The nameplate is that portion on the body of the device or the load itself or the packaging, which is the carton, which contains the name of the maker, the name of the product, the country of make, the current, the voltage, the frequency if it's available, the wattage, serial numbers will also be there, and a whole lot of other information. So all you need to do, just go to the nameplate, look for the wattage, and then you are good to go. So on my screen, we have a typical example of an LG nameplate. Okay, this is a little task for us before we move ahead. I need somebody to tell us if you can see it clearly. If you are mobile, you can use your fingers to zoom it in so that you can see the nameplate properly. Zoom in your screen with your fingers if you are mobile so you can see the screen properly. So I need somebody to tell us the wattage of this LG TV. Who can give us the wattage of this LG TV? 196? No, sir. Not 196 watts. No, sir. Mr. Yobe, go ahead, tell us.
195.
Thank you. 195 watts. That is very correct. So, Mr. Ebube, I hope you I hope you are able to see it clearly now. It is 195, sir, and not 196. Okay. So I know maybe your screen must have misled you. Okay, so it's 195 watt. Thank you so much for participating in that. Okay, so the running time of an appliance now tells you a specific length of time the client intends to power on those appliances or load. So it simply means that the running time tells you or takes effect only when the appliance is turned on. Only when the appliance is turned on. That is when the running time takes effect. Now, we are back to our table. Okay, we are back to our table, and you can see now the missing information. It has been filled up. The quantity of appliance, the power consumed by the appliance, and the running time, they are all there right now. Okay, so the only thing left is the total energy consumption, which is the total, which is the energy need of the facility, right? And that is the reason why we are having this particular discussion in this course. Okay, so there is a method we use for electrical load analysis. Yes, there's a method we use for electrical load analysis, and that method says that you would be getting the energy consumption of each and every of these appliances, okay, by applying a formula. So that formula states that energy consumption energy consumption is given as quantity multiplied by the power consumed multiplied by quantity multiplied by the power consumed multiplied by the running time. That is what the formula tells you. That's what the formula states. Quantity multiplied by power consumed multiplied by the running time. That is what the formula tells you. Okay. And as such, you are now to apply that formula on each and every of these various appliances. That is to say, you get the energy consumed by this DVD player, get the energy consumed by the ceiling fan, get the energy consumed by the refrigerator, get the energy consumed by the blender. You sum everything up to give you the total energy consumption, and that becomes your energy need of your facility. I hope you understand that. I hope you rightly understand that. Okay, so we have given out the formula, we have also given out the process and the procedure. Thank you so much. Thank you for following up. All right, so let us now wrap up by taking the design itself, the calculation itself. Okay, so for the DVD player, it is 3 multiplied by 100 by 1, which gives you 300 watt hour. For the light bulb, 1 multiplied by 100 by 2 gives you 200 watt hour. For the ceiling fan, 10 multiplied by 10 by 24 gives you 2400 watt hour. For the refrigerator, 3 multiplied by 10 by 4 gives you 120 watt hour. For the blender, 1 multiplied by 80 by 1 gives you 80 watt hour. So altogether, we have what we call 300 plus 200 plus 2000, 400 plus 120 plus 80, and that will give you 3100 watt hour. That is the energy need of the facility. And as you can see now on this table, the table is now finally complete. You have the various loads, which is the energy needed of the facility. You have the quantity, the power consumption, and the running time, and you also have the total energy consumption, which is the energy need of the facility. So with this, you can now go ahead to power up Mr. Yobe's facility. Questions, please. Let's take questions. Mr. Eze Peter, your hand has been hanging up since. Do you have a question for us? Kindly unmute yourself. If you have a question, tell us your name, your location, and then you can go ahead with your question, please. Touch your microphone. If you don't know how to unmute yourself, just touch your microphone and you can be able to speak to us, please. Or you can.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Yes, my name is Peter. I'm come from Imo State, Nigeria precisely.
Sir, go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm filling the lecture. My question is this now: since we have some of the energy consumed, we got a total of 3,100. So if you are going for the battery, now
Uh,
to use to store, So which battery now? Which size of the battery will you use?
Okay, fine. That is a very good question, and that is on the aspect of sizing the various solar components. Okay, for you to size the battery system, you have to take into consideration what we call that standard parameter backup time. Okay, and then you can be able to size the battery system, and there are other parameters which you need to also take into consideration. However, this is not a platform where we size the solar component. Okay, this is not a platform where we size the solar component. When we get to that part, if you are there, you will definitely witness how we size it. But like we hold on, sir, like we usually say, if you have a project you are working and you want us to help you out on that project, what you need to do is pay your enrollment fee and then talk to us privately. We would help you out. And if you have paid the enrollment fee, you have no problem. Talk to me privately or drop your questions in the premium class we have added you to. That premium group we have added you to. Drop your questions there and it will be taken accordingly. I hope you heard me, Mr. Peter.
Yes, sir, I heard you correctly, but for this lecture now,
Uh,
now most of the question I'll be asking here, most of the question I'll be asking here now, you'll be taking it to the premium class, because I have so many questions to ask from your teachings here. I have asked the size of battery, say in the premium class, because for this now,
hold on,
with the
sir.
inverter,
Hold on,
uh,
sir. We did not take. We didn't talk about the inverter. Did we talk about the inverter today? No, we didn't talk about battery today. If you ask questions on what we have learned today, we will give you answers accordingly to it.
okay.
Yes, sir. You cannot get answers from to what we didn't teach today, and you cannot get answers to what is not free.
So,
That is the truth, sir.
so,
Something,
no problem.
yes, some things are not free, and we are being truthful to you. Some things are not free. Mr. Kelvin now, who is enjoying this class with his daughter there, is supposed to pay double school fees. I, I don't know if you can hear me clearly. So Mr. Kelvin, you are going to pay two school fees for you and your daughter there too. Thank you so much. All right, Mr.
Okay,
Yes.
but something I want to say here now, like I want to flow you people very well on this class because I want to learn about this very very well. It's one of my projects. But the issue now, I'm in Owerri now, and you people are not in Owerri here.
Mhm.
You people are not in Owerri. I get me. So and this now need practical. I get me. I want to flow this thing up practical. I get me.
Yes, sir.
So and I might be able to come to main office or something like that.
Yes, sir. You can actually come to our office here in Lagos. We are in Lagos.
Lagos is far from Owerri now. Look at
Okay.
it now.
Yes, okay, hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. We also offer the services of referring you to close associate of ours who are within your environment. We have contact persons in Anambra in Onitsha there, which is very close to Owerri, and they usually go for projects around Owerri, Enugu. So you can actually join them. That is one way we can help you. Secondly, you can actually also get this component yourself, and then as a paid student, as an enrolled student, we would walk you through the process of getting everything set up. Those are the easy ways you can do this thing, sir.
Okay, so no problem.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Mr. Yobe, you can have your turn now to speak.
Okay. As you say, I'm Yobe from Malawi. Is it possible to take me to the table?
To the table. Okay, let's see if it is possible. Is that possible right now? Okay. Oh no, hold on. All right, go ahead with your question now, sir.
Yeah, I was saying on the learning time,
Uh-huh.
I presume those hours are provided by the customer,
That's
isn't it?
correct. That's very correct, sir.
Now, sometimes customers may not be precise
Uh-huh.
because they are just maybe carried away. Now, should we base our calculation necessarily on these, or we should come up with another way around so that whatever that we are uh, designing should be indeed save the purpose?
Okay, so
I don't know.
yeah, so for every system design or for every system you are working on, it is advisable for you to add what we or consider what we call tolerance. Okay, so that tolerance at all stages, what it does for you is to help you to be able to take care of what has not been taken care of or what was left out, either on purpose or by error. So it means that if you feel that okay, this client is not sure of this, you can actually increase it a little bit more. It is allowed for you to do that. However, the consequence of doing that is that you are also going to be one way or the other increasing the size of that solar system. That is one. Two, while you are increasing the size of the solar system, you are also going to be incurring more costs in installing that system. I hope it is clear, sir. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right, so any more questions? Let's go quickly. Let's go quickly. All right, Mr. Brian, talk to us, please.
Yeah, so my name's Brian, and I'm connecting from Zambia.
Okay.
Yeah, in instances where you find an appliance that doesn't have a nameplate, is there any way you can determine its power rating?
Okay, very good. So, for a case or in a case where an appliance does not have a nameplate, it is easy for you to actually know the energy consumption of that appliance. One thing you can do is to use the internet. Okay, Google should be your best friend at that time. ChatGPT should be your best friend at that time. Gemini should be your best friend at that time. AI should be your best friend. All you need to do is to look up that specific appliance. And while you are looking it up, you should use the serial number on it, because every appliance has its own serial number, and if it is registered globally, once you input it on Google, it will give you the exact nameplate for that appliance. That is one way you should know. So, and that is for the one that does not have the nameplate at all, which is not usually common. Okay, the one that is more common is when you do not have the wattage stated correctly on the nameplate, or if you have doubt of the wattage. So what you need to do again is to wattage is power, which is a function of current and voltage. So what you need to do is you multiply the voltage of that appliance by the stated current. It will give you the wattage or energy consumption of that appliance. Mr. Brian, I hope we are good to go.
Yeah, it's very clear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so we have other hands. Mr. Banda, talk to us, please. Mr. Banda, can you hear us? Talk to us. If you are not ready, Mr. Farai, can you talk to us? We saw the hand up before. Mr. Farai, if you have a question, please. Okay, Mr. Banda has unmuted. Talk to us, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Go ahead, please.
Great. So this is Mavuto Banda. I'm from Malawi. Yeah, still, if you can, I don't know if it's possible to bring up the table again, or I can just ask in terms of the time. I can see the blender. I think if I remember correctly from the table, the blender was indicated as it consumes. I mean, it is used in 1 hour. There are some appliances that are done that are being used like 24 hours and all that. So, in terms of standardizing, for example, a blender is not used like every day.
Uh-huh.
So, do we say the time per hour? I mean, per day or per week or per year or whatever? What would be your advice in that, so that we come when we are determining these should be uh, on a standard point of view.
Okay,
I don't know if you get my question,
yes,
please.
I got your question, sir. So by standard, what we just did here is daily energy consumption. So it is on daily basis, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
You're
That's clear.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So, are there any more questions, Mr. Farai? Have you gotten the answers to your own question? Um, we need to have as many questions as possible. We still have some time. If you have not spoken and you're in a good place to talk to us, you have the time to speak right now. On our platform, while learning with us, it is always very interesting. It's always very interactive. So for those of you who will be um, starting the premium class very soon, you really know that yes, it is a very interesting training course you have enrolled with us. Okay, because for every session, for every live session we come for like this, the trainer gets to um, hold the lectures while you listen, while you ask your questions, and then the trainer also gets to ask his own questions for you to answer. So I think that way we learn better and it makes it very interesting. We are from different places in Africa. What is working here in Nigeria might be different from what is working in Zambia or Zimbabwe or Malawi, and that is why we need to hear from you. How have you been doing it? Experiences are always shared on our platforms and we learn a lot every day. All right, questions please. So at this point, if there are no more questions, it is time for us to move ahead. I hope you guys are here. If you are ready to move ahead, give us your favorite emoji. Let us know you are ready to move ahead. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know you are ready to move ahead. Oh, a whole lot of persons are ready to move ahead. Okay, so let us move ahead right now. So moving ahead right now, we are here now informing you that this is the end of the session and we are advising you to kindly enroll for the premium class. Yes, so enrolling for the premium class is now where we are going to be answering Mr. Peter's questions on the sizing of the various solar components. Yes, so that session is not free. The free session ends here and now. So the other sessions are now entirely for and only for the paid students. So if you have paid your enrollment fee before now, congratulations to you because you will not have any delays. You will not have anything to lose in the course of this training. And if you have not paid, you have opportunity to join us as well. All right. So it is a one-time payment, please. It is a one-time payment, which simply means once you pay, you are not paying again for this basic course. Once you pay, you are not paying again for this basic course. And once your payment is received, you are entitled to certain things. You are entitled to training certificate at the end of the training. You are entitled to attending live classes such as this one. You are entitled to getting the training videos, live class videos in case you miss the class or in case you have network connectivity issues. You will get the videos. You are entitled to getting the PDF, the training manual we are using for this course. You are also entitled to the biggest offer we or service we offer is the mentorship, which means if you are a field man, you are in the field, you face any challenge, you can always reach out to us. We will provide you valid answers to your questions so that you can be successful with your project. For Nigerians, you are paying 5,000 naira. For Malawians, it's 55,000 Malawian kwacha. For Zambians, it's 300 Zambian kwacha. For Ghanaians, you are paying 300 Ghana cedis. For Sierra Leoneans, you are paying 300 leons. For Zimbabweans, it's 12 USD. Liberians, 12 USD. Ugandans, 45,000 Ugandan shillings. Please, if you are here, you have not heard your payment method, you don't know how to pay, or you even have a challenge, you can share that with us right now so that we will be able to guide you on that. All right, questions now on payment. General questions on payment, how you can go about the payment, and every other thing to be sorted out. You can ask now, please.
I have questions. Sir.
Right, go ahead, Mr. Peter.
The 5,000 naira we are paying now, after that 5,000 naira, are we going to pay another money?
I just said it now. It is a one-time payment, sir. You are not paying any other money for this basic course.
You're making me, you're talking about the basic. After that basic now, we're still going to have another one. We learn again. We make payments again.
Yes, you have what we call advanced course, so you pay for it. You have,
Okay, okay, okay. The advance cost now we still pay for that one.
of course, it is not 5,000 you are going to even pay for that one, sir.
The advance one is how much?
You have to talk to us privately, Mr. Peter.
Okay. No, no problem then.
All right, questions on the payment before we call it a day tonight. All right, talk to us, Mr. Yobe. Let's hear from you quickly, sir.
So I haven't seen you mentioning Malawi in terms of how we should pay. So you may please guide us.
Okay, so Malawians are paying 55,000 Malawian kwacha. Um, you are to pay to Malawian number. Yes, you are to pay to Malawian number, and once you make your payment, take a screenshot of the payment and share it on the group, on that platform, on the Solar group. We will confirm the payment, and then you can join the class properly, sir. So you can text me privately now so I can give you the details for the payment, or we are also going to be sharing the complete details on the group too. But for easy for easy getting of your the information, you can easily text me so I don't have to scroll and scroll over and over on the platform, sir. Text me privately, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
You are welcome. You're welcome. All right. Any other question or questions on the payment, please?
Hello.
All right, you can have the last say.
Sorry.
Talk to us, sir.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Lisa. I'm just asking for a favor. I really want to pay today, but I'm having issues with my orange money. So I don't know if you can please help us to extend this deadline to tomorrow.
Well,
Maybe I will have sort out my SIM issue.
okay, I understand that. Well, the payment runs from now and runs up till before we start tomorrow's class. But then the earlier you pay, the better for you, because you'll be given all the materials for you to study ahead, and then for every session you must have already prepared your questions for the class, because we take it bit by bit, okay, stage by stage, so that every stage we get to, you must have already studied what we have for that day, and then you have enough questions to ask. You can even do more research to come. So that's why we usually say pay before the training commences, so that you don't have any of these issues. But no problem at all, sir. Just like we have explained, you still pay before the class commences tomorrow. It's still okay, sir.
Okay, boss. I'll try my best. I'll try my best, like to sort out my same issue so that I'll be in line with the classes.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I think that is the last. I think that is the last question we'll be taking for tonight's class. We thank you all for being here with us, for trusting in the process, and for making it possible for us to have this class today. We want to see you all in the next training session. The class continues tomorrow, and just as we have told you, the class has not yet ended. Okay, it continues tomorrow again, but strictly for the paid trainees. So we are going to be posting or sending in the training the payment details on the platform, but for easy location of your own payment details for your country, you can text me privately. I will send it to you privately, and then you can make your payment and share your evidence of payment on the group for confirmation. All right. For every other questions or anything you need, please kindly talk to us privately. Mr. Peter, we want to see you in the next training session. Mr. Yobe, Mr. Emerson, Mr. Denford, Mr. Felix, Mr. Banda, Mr. Lehman, Mr. Rubin, and any other person, Mr. Charles, and every other person who I have not mentioned. We want to see you all in the next training session. We hope you have learned something new today. Have a wonderful night rest, everyone. Bye bye.